Hey guys, I am Vanguard here with the deck profile, Nubatamas. Yay! So as you know, Nubatamas is from the new set 13, Catastrophic Outbreak. It was actually a good set that it did release the Nubatamas, which had the potential of being a tier deck when it first came out, but due to its brokenness, it had to be banned. So now they kind of weakened the deck a little bit, but it's still equally good. So let's get right to it. The starter, South Beast, Kroko, um, is actually a really good starter for this deck. Of course, that this deck is more concentrated on buying now instead of discarding cards, but it still keeps the same concept with discard. This starter, what it does, if it boosts the Vanguard or any rear that is Nubatama, and if it hits, and if the opponent has two or more bind cards, then the opponent has to discard one of them, and you have to soul charge. You have to soul put this card into soul. Going with the grade threes, I have four of the limit breakers and four of the break rides, which the break break ride is called Kongu, and then the limit breaker is Kabuki Kongu. So yeah, I'm not really good with the names. I just know what the card does, which is like that's why it's hard to do Japanese meta for me. But it's still great. Still don't know, still know what they do. I guess we can go with the break ride first. Kajuki Kongu. So if a grade 3 Nubatama rides this card, it's 10k to Vanguard. The opponent has to discard one and bind one face down. So it's pretty good. You get to bind and discard one, so that's like a -2 for the opponent at start. And then if the opponent has 3 or less rearguards, +2. So it's not like a normal Vanguard hitter, which it is hitting for 13. It has to have a certain thing, which 3 or less. So hand wise, if the opponent has 3 or less, which is going to be a little difficult nowadays, but with this deck, you can probably control it off. So, and then the limit breaker, which is Kabuki Kongu, counterblast 1 at limit break. When this card attacks, pay the cost, bind all opponent's rear guard face up. So it's a law keeper basically, but if the bind cards are 3 or more, this gets plus 10k until the end of battle. And then all the bound cards go to the hand is kind of all the effects for this deck. So pretty good. So this is hitting with the break ride. It's hitting for 31 by itself without a boost. And with all the bind cards, the opponent's not able to guard for the rear guard. You just give all the triggers to the rear guards basically, and then see what they can do. They're either gonna perfect guard or just gonna say no pass. So good grade threes. Break ride and a limit breaker, that's pretty equal. And then going to the grade 3 lineups, we have Kanju, which is for each card that is binded that turn, he gets 2k, so that's pretty good considering how much this deck binds. Especially with the limit breaker, he's gonna if the opponent has 4 rear guard, he's gonna get an 8k. If they have a full rear guard, it's gonna be a 10k by himself. So it's gonna be a 9k by himself. So that's really good. And then running 3 of the 10ks because I think it's still better than Shigatsu Hime, which is like if you have more the opponent, it's an 11k attacker. The thing is, I have a better 11k attacker, so it's not. 10ks are just better for defense and standard attack, so I run the 10k instead. And then I run 4 Stealth Beast Tamahagane, which I don't know even if I'm saying these right. Stealth Beast. So it's an auto effect. When this is placed on the Vanguard or the rear guard, if you have a Nubatama Vanguard, bind 1 card face up So it is talking about the field. At the end phase, it goes back to the hand. So it's a good combo with the 11. The these two are really good combos, especially what put him in the rear, bind it, and then if you use other cards to bind, it gains more power. So it's really good. So it's pretty standard grade 2s. Going to the grade 1 lineups, it's gonna be 4 perfect cards, of course. I kind of wish for it. I do have 4 Stealth Dragons Dreadmaster. This is from set 1. So, as you know, this card is, if you boost a Nubatama Vanguard and if it hits, um, and if you have less cards, then your opponent counterblast 1, and the opponent has to discard 1. So that's actually -1 for the opponent, which, it's very good. In your case, it's gonna be, they're gonna guard forcefully, like they're not gonna take free damage to -1 card. But even if they do guard, that's fine because they minus their card, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're trying to maintain the cards. And then I'm running four of the Stealth Rogue Fuki. It's a rear guard effect, counterblast 1, put this in the soul. If you have a Nubatama Vanguard, and if the opponent has 3 or more cards, choose one of them and put it face down. So you're binding it basically, so you're minusing the opponent, and I mean for that turn when you're attacking. And then I'm running 2 AKs. To be honest, like I probably need this on the field, so I give him a 4K, and then I can use the effect of Kuroko. So it's really good. I usually try to do it early because the fact that late game that I want to be hitting higher numbers. I won't be. I mean, the opponent won't let me use Kuroko at the end phase because they have more cards to use. So try to do it early off on the turn, so I can get my effect off. Try to minus the opponent on the way, and then trigger lineups. I'm just running 4 crits, 4 stands, 4 draws, and 4 heals. I do wanna take out the draw triggers for 2 stands, maybe 2 crits, or like, I don't know, something like that. But apparently, we only have 1 of each, which I am looking forward to different sets for more triggers for this deck and making it a better play, and then maybe a little more grade 2s that I can use. So far as the deck goes, it has been doing really good, but to be honest, I don't think it's ready to handle the meta at the moment, is what I would say. It does put up its game, but like comparing to any other better cards, better decks like the Revengers, Reverse Dayushas, Link Jokers, it doesn't stand much chance at the moment, just because I guess the trigger lineups is kind of affecting it. I guess I'll put that as an excuse, and they still, just in my opinion, need better cards for support. If you like this deck profile, and if you are waiting for a match, comment, rate, subscribe down below, and image the victory. I am Vanguard.